what's going on, everybody? Bob here in the new video vault. It has been a very long time since I have done a video showing off my collection or any of the pieces in my collection. I think it's been over a year already since I've done anything, so we're in a new house. Lots of new movies have been added here. You can see my Blu-rays and stuff behind me, all of these. So I'm not going to go over every single video that I got in the last year. I don't even know which ones, where I would even start with something like that. So instead, I'm just going to show off my collection, show some of the pieces, pull out some of my favorites in here, and just talk about some of the stuff that I have. That might be interesting to talk about, and just talk about some of the movies in there. So let's just go ahead and dive right in, and let's take a look and see what's in the vault. All right, so let's take a look at some of the things that I have in here. Now, most of this shelf here is Blu-rays, as you can see here, and then when you come over, I've got DVDs and a couple of VHS and some other things on the top there that I'm just kind of highlighting. But the DVD section is mostly alphabetized with the exception of this top part. So I do have some of these pieces on the top here, like this is the new Back to the Future anniversary set that came out this year. It does have the light up front for the flux capacitor. I thought this was awesome. This isn't really anything different on the features of this set than on the 25th anniversary set that's right here. The big difference is that this set does come with the animated series. I actually just got this. These ones are, the reason that these are up here mostly is they don't fit on the shelf because they are fairly large. The Turbo Kid probably would, but I haven't made space for it yet. But if you haven't seen this one yet, Turbo Kid is an awesome 80s throwback style movie, very, very hyper violent stuff. I picked this one up right from the distributors themselves when it was released. So it was pretty. I haven't even opened this case yet, but I did buy it. Actually on I think through Voodoo when it was released. So that one's up there. I've got my Jurassic World. This tin, I think it was a Best Buy, not Best Buy. I think it was a Walmart exclusive, but I'm not even sure if that was the case. I can't remember if it came from Sam's Club. It might have been. I think it was Sam's Club Walmart exclusive in this tin, or at least it was initially. But I do have a couple others up here. The Society, this one is an Arrow exclusive. This is a really cool. This is a kind of a fucked up, kind of a horror film. If you've never seen this one, I would definitely recommend checking it out, picking this up. This one is an out of print version of the Blu-ray. Comes with a comic book and some other stuff, and it's in a kind of a raised case here. It's hard to tell in the video, but you can kind of see on the reflection there, it is kind of bumped out and stuff. But that movie is awesome. That set's kind of harder to come by now. It's a little bit more expensive. And then I have my Scarface Blu-ray set up here. I haven't opened this one yet either because I actually have a copy of Scarface already, so I didn't need to open this one as well. But you can see it kind of comes with some extra stuff here. There's the Steelbook in there, digital copy, some art cards, a money clip, apparently a Scarface dollar bill, his green card. Plus, it does come with the original Scarface, the 30s version on DVD. So there is some cool stuff in there. Like I said, mostly these are just highlighted on top. I mean, they're not necessarily, my favorite movies of all time or anything like that, although Back to the Future is definitely up there, but these just kind of didn't fit on the shelf, but they're kind of cool highlights too. The Jurassic World, where it's in an aluminum circular tin, this one will never really be able to go on a shelf, well, so works good up there, looks good up there, so. And then when I come down here to the first shelf, now again, this top row isn't necessarily organized by, it's not alphabetized like the rest of them you'll see here. Again, these are kind of ones that are larger, or they don't come in standard Blu-ray cases. I've got a couple of copies of a Serbian film here. That's one of my favorite films, which I suppose is something that not everybody will say, but I do have, this is the 3-disc version that came from, I think this was the Diabolic release, if I'm not mistaken, but it's got this is the only version that's region free. Well, it's actually region B, but it plays. Actually, it might be region free. I can't remember. It's labeled as region B, and I have a region B or region free player, so I can't remember if that actually turned out to be region B or region free. But that one's the only one that's uncut. That's you can get in the U.S. really. This one is also an uncut version, but it's not in English. at all. There's no English subtitles or anything on that one, so that one's more just for collectability, really. A couple other movies here. I've got some independent movies, Crossbearer, The Cemetery. Those are some Adam Albrandt films. And then again, these are just some other ones that really don't fit properly on a shelf, or they don't come in standard casing. Like even this Gone Girl, this thin Gone Girl case. I hate this case with a passion, but I loved this movie, with the exception of the ending. It was a little off for me, but it was great. Good acting. I like Ben Affleck quite a bit. But yeah, so I've got, these are some of the ones, you know, like I have the Rocky Horror set. I have multiple copies of Rocky Horror. It's one of my favorite films. This set here actually has a kind of a Velcro front that opens up and got just the pictures in there. And then there's some extras inside. It comes with rubber gloves, for example. There's nothing, just like the Back to the Future set wasn't really any different from the 30th anniversary, 25th wasn't much different than the new one. Same with Rocky Horror, the 40th anniversary and the 35th anniversary. The Blu-rays that are actually in the case inside are identical. There's nothing different about them at all. This one was just a collector's set that came with some extra things. Some of these other ones, you know, I did pick up, Cannibal Holocaust. Right when that came out, I picked up these. A lot of these were really inexpensive. I got this Planet of the Apes from Blu-ray, the original Legacy collection, all the original films. I think it was $8 at Best Buy when it was on sale, so that was a pretty good deal there. Coming down again, I got that Back to the Future set. I do have the going in now to the Scream Factories. I have the Halloween box set here in the nice black cases. I really like the way that these look. I had a lot more Scream Factories at one point. I've kind of weaned them down a little bit here, but see The Burning and Motel Hell. Again, these are not alphabetized in any way. They're kind of just in the order that I pick them up. Actually, they're in the reverse order of how I pick them up for the most part. But and then Garbage Pail Kids, which got a Scream Factory label, but I don't really necessarily, it's not a horror movie by any means. It's just pretty much a straight comedy. It's a little messed up, but they probably could have released it Scream or Shout Factory, and it would have been fine. Going into the Steelbooks a little bit here. I don't go out of my way to collect Steelbooks. I will get them if they're inexpensive. I had The Departed, and I picked up The Departed Steelbook when I found that. I got it for $3 at like a Big Lots, like a discount store. Same with Fast and Furious 6. I already had that, but this was only $3 at a pawn shop, so I grabbed that. A couple of these are exclusives outside of the U.S. This copy of Kingsman is this Kingsman Steelbook. This is a Future Shop exclusive, so the Best Buy of Canada. Basically, I had to have that. Somebody picked it up for me and sent it out to me, which was really cool. So again, here's another Rocky Horror picture show. This is Steelbook. I don't remember if this was the Zavi exclusive or not, but it was one of those like limited exclusives that, you know, certain site had only so many or something, whatever. It was really cheap though. I think it was under $20 for that, and I thought that was cool. And again, it's the same Blu-ray that's inside the other the anniversary edition, so not much changed. The X-Men Rogue Cut Steelbook. This was another exclusive. I think must have been, it's rated 15, so I would assume that it was a UK. I think it might have been a Zavi release as well. And then I also have 2 different copies of Terminator 2. This one was a Zavi exclusive. Pretty sure it was the Zavi. Again, it's a UK one again, so it probably was, because I know that I got it from an exclusive. It's somewhere. It doesn't have anything written on the side at all. It's just totally black. And then I have the other Steelbook as well. Terminator 2, I collect pretty much any copy of that I can find that I don't have. I'll collect a Terminator 2. I have 18 copies of the movie, I think, altogether, between Blu-ray, DVD, VHS, Betamax, Laserdisc. I've got them all, so yeah, those are some of the highlights of the top, my top here, some of the special stuff that I have, or some of the cool sets. The rest of these are just, standard Blu-rays. I've got everything from, I've got random stuff. I have everything from, even crappy random Adam Sandler movies like Blended to, whatever, Friday the 13th movies, all sorts of stuff, just kind of variable in my taste here. A lot of indie movies I do have, as a release of Die Die Delta Pi. I think this was number 83 of 100. I try to collect 83 when I can, because it's just one of my lucky numbers, because 8383 happens to be my birthday, so 83 I've always been a big fan of trying to collect those if I can. Like Dead Nude Girls, a Ryan Nicholson film, so another independent movie. And speaking of independent movies, it might be the pride and joy of my collection here. This is the Carnage Collection, which is my film. This is a movie that my brother, my wife, my sister-in-law, my separate, it was a family affair. We made this movie. We just released it this year. We did a limited run of 25 of the Blu-rays, and then we did 50 of the DVDs. And if you come down here, I have some of the, this is the original DVD that we put out as a limited, and it was signed. And then I have a whole bunch of them. We're still selling the original, the regular release here. It's the unrated director's cut. It's the same version of the film, but this one is the one that we're selling right now. So I have plenty of those, but it's an anthology horror movie and comedy, and we've gotten really good reviews on it. So it's the pride and joy of my collection for just the reason that I never thought I'd ever actually have a movie released and out and in a collection, and we've sold a ton of them, and people seem to really enjoy it. So it's really awesome for me as a movie fan and as a movie collector to actually have a film that I've made, that we wrote, directed, and starred in. It's just kind of a dream come true for me. So, but yeah, those are some of the movies basically that I've got, in the collection, the Blu-rays and stuff. Nothing else really totally crazy. I mean, I do have some cool sets. I have the Twilight Zone box set down there. I have another copy of Society that I picked up for a friend because I got it really cheap. But yeah, that's pretty much my collection of Blu-rays. In the middle here on this shelf, you'll notice I've got some random things in here. I do have the Ounce of Flesh bouquet of Guts and Gourds, the American Guinea Pig. I got the DVD of that. Came with a piece of fake latex skin from the movie and a card back there. Just some knickknacks and stuff. These are cool. These are little this Monster Squad one here, and this Killer Clowns and the Willies, which are some of my favorite horror movies from when I was growing up. Those are all created by a guy. The studio, it's called Engraveyard Studios, and they are kind of like laser cut little things, and I had those custom made. I thought they're really cool on a shelf in here. So yeah, check out Engraveyard Studios on Facebook. It did some cool stuff there. It's my Fits of Horror sticker back there. I was the first one to get a Fits of Horror. If you're not on following the Fits of Horror page, definitely check them out on Facebook. They have been instrumental in helping me with promoting our movie, The Carnage Collection, but also big horror fans. Lots of stuff going on in that group. Lots of horror talk, stuff like that. So, and back there, if you can see it, sort of back there, I have a Scream sticker, and got that back when the movie came out in the theater, and it was part of a promotional item, and it was on a box of Jiffy Pop popcorn, which, because I'm sure if you're watching this, you've probably seen Scream, and you know that Jiffy Pop plays a big role in the beginning of the film. So I thought that was a cool promo item. The Jiffy Pop is long gone, but I've still got the sticker, and I actually have another one somewhere too, the stickers that were on top of the thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, guys, so that's my Blu-ray collection for the most part. As you can see, I'll kind of go slow around here. You can just see some of the other titles that I have. The Loved Ones is a great movie. If you haven't seen that, check that out. Good horror movie. Killer Joe with Matthew McConaughey. It's one of the best movies from a couple of years ago that's really, really underrated. So definitely plenty of movies in here that I'm sure if you're looking through, you're super familiar with. And there's probably plenty in here that maybe you're not so familiar with, but that you should check out. The Guest, for example, is another one. Awesome kind of movie. Great soundtrack to that film. I Saw the Devil is another one, foreign film, but really violent, really stylistically done. Awesome awesome movie. So again, here's just kind of going through, and just want to show you some of the titles and stuff in here. And you know, if there's anything that jumps out at you that you've never heard of and you have any questions, I would say, you know, give me a shout and we can talk movies for sure. A couple more down here on the bottom. Or check out the trailers and stuff. If any of these sound like something, you know, that you've never heard of, and you say, hey, I should see that. You know, like Showgirls, for example. You should probably see that if you haven't. But so this is my collection, guys, and at least of the Blu-rays. I realize the video is getting a little long now, so I'm not going to go into the DVDs right now. I'm going to save that for another video, but I do want to show off. I just got this in the mail just today. This is American Guinea Pig, Bouquet of Guts and Gore. This is the Vulture Video big box. I got this in the Bloody Banter and Bizarre horror group on Facebook, which you should join up if you are a horror fan. And I actually got it as part of an auction. They were doing to raise money for somebody who needed it. So we just, you know, bought a couple of spots in an auction. So I ended up paying $6 for this altogether in that auction, which I thought was awesome. And it makes an awesome centerpiece kind of to this segment. Of course, I kind of want to move things around because I really like this video store sign that's behind here too. But for now, we'll just kind of leave that there. My gizmo and stuff. Massacre. So yeah, and I'll just kind of show. So then I've got all the DVDs too, and I will go through kind of show off some of those at a later date. But anyway, so yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching my video and checking out my collection. And I will be doing some updates more regularly now that kind of settled into a new place and everything. And we've got some, I've got some more room. So I'll show off stuff as I get it. All right, thanks for watching.